and welcome to day 3 of 12 days of Flexmas. Today is our first static stretch class of the series, and it is going to be focused on helping you learn how to relax into your stretches. The aim of this class is to teach you some tools and strategies you can use to really make sure you are getting the most you can from your static stretching, making sure you feel really well supported so that you are able to relax. You are going to need a yoga block and a chair and some wall space for this class, and then we're going to just start kneeling on our mat. So we're going to start by stretching out our forearms. So you're going to put your knuckles together, go down to the floor, keep pushing your knuckles together, and then we're going to push our arms as straight as we possibly can, and we should feel a stretch through our forearms. We're going to take a nice deep breath, and we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Now I want you to try and straighten the arms as much as possible. Keep pushing the arms together, keep pushing the knuckles together, and then focus on taking 2 seconds on the inhale and 4 seconds on the exhale. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do the other side. So take your hands, flip them around, and then this time you're going to pull back towards you. If you feel like 2 arms isn't giving you an intense enough stretch, we can just do 1 arm at a time. Good. We're going to do 20 more seconds if you're just doing 1 arm. If you're doing 2 arms, you're going to stay where you are. 3, 2, 1. Change arms if you're doing a single arm. Keeping both arms pulling back if you're doing double. So again, try and keep that same breathing pattern, 2 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Make sure your palm stays pressed into the floor and you're focusing on getting a stretch all the way through the forearm. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your hands off of the mat and I want you to grab your yoga block and you're going to put your elbows onto your chair. You're going to walk your knees backwards. Keep your core engaged. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, keep the core engaged but drive the armpits down towards the floor. Nice deep breath. And you're going to relax because we're going to do about another 40 seconds here. So 45 seconds in total. Thinking about relaxing as much as possible. Where do you feel the stretch? Do you feel like you're holding any tension anywhere? 15 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Relax for me. Bring one leg forwards. We're going to go into a long lunge position. So deep breath in, lunge towards your chair. You can place your hands in front of you because we want to avoid leaning forward. So I want you to use the chair to push your arms backwards. Okay? Keep your chest up, really sink into your back hip. Drive your chest up and think about, as you exhale, on that 4-second exhale, sinking your hips down towards the floor. You don't want to be having too much movement, so try and sit in a nice comfortable position. Don't think about deepening the stretch, just focus on breathing and relaxing into your current range of motion. Good, you have got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit it back and change the legs. So again, one leg forward, deep breath in, hands on the chair, lean, push the leg forwards, use the chair to push your chest away from you. Deep breath in, sink back. So I want you to use the chair, keep pushing, focus on relaxing again. You don't have to be driving yourself down into your deepest range of motion, but focus that every time you exhale, you try to relax a little bit more where you currently are. 15 more seconds. And bring it back. Still using your chair, you're going to stand up. Keep both of your hands on the front of your chair, and I want you to go into a split stance. Now this is definitely going to depend on how flexible you are. You may arch the back here, and you may already feel quite a nice stretch through your hamstring. You may want to take it down slightly lower to the elbows, but can you see how if I'm rounding my spine, you're probably not going to feel much through the hamstring at all. As I arch my spine, it helps me to lift my hips. So I want you to try that at first. If you feel like you're still not getting a deep enough stretch, you can then take the hands down to yoga blocks or down to the floor, all right? But find that position. You're doing 45 seconds on this leg. So take a nice deep breath in, sticking with the 2 in, 4, out. Keep your hips open, keep that lower back arched. Imagine someone's lifting your hips towards the ceiling. Play around with, shifting more weight into the toe, shifting more weight into the heel. How does that change the stretch sensation for you? But really be present about thinking where you're feeling the stretch. If you find your mind drifting off to what you're having for dinner or things like that, we probably know we need to zone in and dial in a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Bring both legs together, step the other leg back. Start in the round position and then open up those hips. Find that stretch position, and the timer is going to start now. So check back through all those questions. Where am I feeling the stretch? How intense does it feel for me? Am I holding my breath? Where, if any, am I feeling any tension? Is the stretch getting any easier as the time goes on? Do I really want to get out of here? They're all really important questions that we need to kind of ask ourselves, and then we can adjust. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down to the floor, and I want you to use your wall space. Now, what I want you to do is take your legs up to the sky, bum close to the wall, but not directly touching the wall, because what we're going to do from here is we're going to let our feet come out to the side. So legs stay bent, letting our knees fall down to the side. Make sure that your lower back stays touching the floor. If you want to, you can apply some gentle pressure with your hands, but make sure you're not resisting against your hands. Let your hands relax and pull the legs out and down to the side. You are also more than welcome to use some weights here, okay? Again, focus on nice deep breaths, legs gently pulling out to the side. 30 seconds to go here. Fifteen seconds to go. Relax, try not to tense your thighs. 3, 2, 1. Pull the legs towards your chest. Let the toes go up to the sky. I want you to reach up and grab your toes if you can, and then just pull the knees down towards the floor, and you're going to hold here for 45 seconds. Pull the knees down gently, not too much force, just where you can relax. It feels quite comfortable and you're feeling the stretch through the hips, maybe a little bit through the hamstrings. Keep breathing. Final 15 seconds. Really nice deep breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the legs back together. You may need to rotate depending on how much space you have. And then finally just take one leg over the top. Let it fall to one side. Try and keep both of your shoulders touching the floor. You can gently use this hand to pull that knee down to get a little bit of a deeper stretch through the lower back. But try and make sure this shoulder stays touching. If you feel like your knee is really far away from the floor, you can use a yoga block to help you find a little bit more comfort in the stretch. And change sides for me. Final stretch, so leg goes up, it goes over. You can use the hand to assist, keep that arm touching the floor. That's a nice big click from my back. Deep breath. Every time you exhale, just try to let go of all that tension. And breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely stuff. Bring yourself back up to seated. That is day 3 of Flexmas complete. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow.